So what we have here is a new Dell laptop. My old laptop, the one that was the subject of my 2 videos on laptop hinge repair, has failed again. This time the right side hinge basically self-destructed, and I decided it was just time to get something different. So after a big search, I landed at Dell and mail-ordered a new laptop. Came by FedEx. Apparently FedEx was kind enough to smash this corner of the box in for me and hit it here and dig this corner a bit too, and there's a scuff mark here, but hopefully the packaging is sufficient that won't be a problem. So time to break the nice seal tape and see what's in the box. And we have a power cord, the usual charger, and one laptop. Quick start guide. Warranty, safety, regulatory information. And that appears to be about it. One Dell Inspiron. One thing I did not realize when I bought this is that it doesn't have number pad keys on the keyboard. Not sure I'm going to like that, because I use the number keys all the time over here to type numbers. I almost never use the numbers in the top row. But we'll see if I get used to that or not. Got a headphone jack, a USB and an HDMI, and I guess that's a Type-C USB. Another USB on this side, card reader, power, volume. This is a 2-in-1, where you can flip the screen back like this. Use it as a big tablet. Seems like this area is a bit bigger than my other one, even though they're both 15.6-inch screen. Here's the old Toshiba with the broken hinge and the binder clip on the side to hold it together. No, I guess they're about the same actually. And the Dell's thinner. Otherwise, the dimensions are pretty close to identical. So let's hit the magic power button, see what happens. And there it is. First time boot up screen. So I'm going to enter some information here and get this thing up to the desktop. So when I was shopping for a new laptop, my main requirement was I wanted a 500 gigabyte or bigger solid state drive. I've heard many times that having a solid state drive really speeds up the computer. It boots faster, it loads programs much faster. When I started shopping for the new laptop, right about that same time was when Todd Harrison of toddfun.com posted a video where he swapped out the old mechanical hard drive with a solid state drive, and he showed how much faster it booted up and how much quicker programs loaded. And that was the final straw. I had to have one. I wanted an HD screen with an IPS panel. You wouldn't think that the difference between 1024 or 1080 pixels and 720 vertically would make that much of a difference, but it makes the text so much clearer and more readable. Other thing is this one has an IPS panel instead of a cheap, I don't know, TN panel or whatever was in my last laptop. The last one had a viewing angle basically of 0. You know, they quote viewing angles on LCDs, and it's how far off you can get, say, up or down or left and right and still have the image look right. Well, on my old laptop, I joked that the viewing angle was 0 because there was no angle that you could look at it where the entire screen looked right. If you lean forward a little bit, the bottom would wash out. If you lean back or down a little bit, the top would wash out. This one, I mean, it's really doesn't matter. I mean, if you really tip it, it gets a little bit darker, but it's still evenly colored. No washed out, no backlight leakage or nothing. So, in the process of getting a 15.6-inch screen with full HD and an IPS panel and a 500 gig solid state drive, I found out that laptops are kind of like option packages on cars, where if you want the nav screen in the dash, you also stuck paying for the 12-way power adjustable seat and heated mirrors and all the other stuff that comes in the package. So I ended up with a Core i7 processor, even though I probably didn't need that, and 12 gigs of RAM, which I probably also didn't really need. I ended up spending quite a bit more than I planned, but I kind of like what I see. I think I'll be happy with this. So when I unwrapped the power cord on this thing, I was kind of surprised to see that the power cord is only, it's pretty short, only a couple feet long. But the other half of it is pretty long, so I think overall that's still a good 9 feet or so, which will probably be sufficient. One of the things I would have liked to have had on this thing was a DVD drive. I know most people don't bother to use them anymore, and I don't watch DVD movies on the laptop, but I do use them for installing software once in a while, and I got hundreds of CDs and DVDs around. It would have been nice to be able to use them. But I guess if I need to, I can just get a external USB DVD drive. They only cost about $30 online. It's just probably not even possible to put a DVD drive into a laptop that's only this thick. So overall, I'm quite impressed with this thing. I like this nice finish. It looks nice. It doesn't do fingerprints. Overall, it looks like a pretty good deal. So, what's the first thing you have to do with a brand new laptop with Windows 10 on it? Well, you try the brand new Edge browser and you use it to download the Firefox installer. There we go. Install.